Warning: the following video is not intended for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Today's story is set in the year 1982 in Detroit, Michigan, USA. Also known as Motor City, Detroit is known for its contributions to music, art, architecture, and design. Detroit is best known as the center of the U.S. automobile industry and the big three auto manufacturers, General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler, all headquartered in Metro Detroit. Detroit's diverse culture has had both local and international influence, particularly in music, with the city giving the rise to the genres of Motown and techno, and playing an important role of the development of jazz, hip-hop, rock, and punk. The rapid growth of Detroit in its boom years resulted in a global unique stock of architectural monuments and historical places. And on July the 14th of 1982 was the location of the most disturbing macabre murder in Detroit history. Just before midnight, Robert Bekowitz, 33, sat next to his girlfriend, Janine Clark, 21, watching The Benny Hill Show, when Robert's friend, James Edward Glover, 37, came from behind him and shot him in the back of the head with a .45 caliber bullet before stabbing him 83 times. James and Janine, who had been having an affair, then proceeded to have a 3-day drug-fueled orgy which involved sex, mutilation, and the dismemberment of Robert's corpse. And if that wasn't depraved enough, they even took photos. They posed Robert's corpse in different positions. One photo shows Robert's decapitated head on a chair with the toe of his dismembered foot in his mouth. They also put his dismembered penis and the fingers of one of his dismembered hands in his mouth as well. They took turns posing with Robert, while mutilating him and cutting him up with an axe saw that James had borrowed from his mother. Robert was cut into 14 pieces and hidden around the apartment in plastic bags. After the drugs wore off, James decided to call the police and hand himself in. Janine said that her involvement in the crime was against her will, and she never wanted Robert to die, and that it was James that forced her into it. But one of the neighbors saw Janine leaving and returning, coming and going as she pleases from the apartment. It was said that she went out to buy more film for the camera. Also, the expressions on her face in the photos would tell a different story, and all of her claims were thrown out of court. But James did admit that he forced Janine to take part. Janine was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the mutilation of a corpse, while James pleaded guilty and got 30 to 50 years in prison for second-degree murder and the mutilation of a corpse. Warning: the following images contain graphic content taken from the camera of James and Janine. Viewer discretion is advised. This case definitely qualifies for being macabre. These two sick individuals are really twisted. And for Janine, 10 years in prison? Come on. That's ridiculous. What kind of society and judicial system do we have? That's pathetic. They both should be put down like the animals that they are. But hey, that's my opinion. Thank you for watching.
What's making?